My name is Sharon MacArthur. My company name is Miss Menopause, so you can call me Miss Menopause if you want. So a lot of people do think I'm a middle-aged Mr. Man character, but that is a myth and a legend. Menopause is going to impact 100% of reproducing females, whether they like it or not. And I often say women are insidious, we're everywhere. There's no escape. From a business point of view, it's really smart. So a lot of organisations will say, look at all this amazing work we're doing on mental health and well-being. Quite rightly so. There's loads of initiatives through, equality, diversity initiatives. Absolutely the right thing to do. And I rock up and say, menopause? And they kind of look at me and I'm like, it's 100%. And as I say, menopause might be actually happening to me, mentally and physically, but if you're in my orbit, it's going to impact you. So, and the most powerful things I've heard say are from men who've come along to some of my sessions, where on occasion they've got in touch with me after the event to say, do you know what, Sharon, learning about this is possibly going to help to save my marriage. Really, my mission is to educate everybody about the menopause. We've got to get away from this idea it only applies to women of a certain age. Menopause is a life event that, as I said earlier, is going to impact 100% of reproducing females. And it's not something that you can choose. So even if you're a multi-millionaire, it's not like you can go with a golden ticket and say, do you know what, I'd like to opt out of that menopause thing. And the other statistic I think we need to understand is 100% of those reproducing females may not elect to become parents. And I'm in that statistic, so I don't have any children. So we've come an awful long way, haven't we, the last 20, 30 years for anyone who discloses pregnancy. Absolutely, quite rightly so. And yet, that doesn't impact 100% of those reproducing females. Menopause does. Whether you're a colleague, a friend, a family member, you are going to live, work with, or know someone who ultimately, at some point in their lifetime, will encounter menopause. And most of my friends and family, if I've asked around when my menopause began, because my menopause began 5 years ago now, I would have only said I only ever heard of hot flushes. And I'd only ever heard of people like my grandmother saying all her friends were going through the change. So I used to be terrified that I'd meet them on a dark night, like, my goodness, like what have all of my grandma's friends changed into? And that was about it.